check.
Check.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hold on. One more time.
Hello?
Oh, you in there.
I'm your host, Bangem Bugg.
It's your boy, Eco World.
And we got, this is all I'm professional. I got candy in my mouth. We got Brytni Janaé.
Yes, sir. Hey.
What can that, Bug? We got Brytni Janaé in the gym.
Yeah, you got some pretty skin. You got on makeup?
Just a little, not too much.
Pretty skin. Okay, so where are you originally from?
So I'm from Atlanta, but I only lived in the city probably until I was about like 4 or 5, and then I moved to Clayton County. So now I'm in Clayton, Ellenwood.
Okay, I thought you were about to say you moved like Milwaukee or some shit.
No, I'm from Ellenwood, small little town. It's getting a little bit of heat now though.
Hey, y'all been had some Ellenwood area. We bury y'all. I don't know that. I was on that fighting shit back then.
Yeah.
So, did you grow up with both of your parents?
Yeah. So both of my parents are together still, and we all live together.
Let's see,
Sorry.
You off.
No, my parents been together for almost 30 years. It'll be 28 this year. They've been together 28 years, and I think this year it'll be like 17 years that they've been married. So
both on that?
Yeah.
Back love.
Yeah, gotta love it.
Yeah. Okay. Matter of fact, have you ever dated a guy whose parents was like married?
I don't, not necessarily dated. Maybe like had like talked to one, but like never really got to the dating, like the exclusive dating stage. But not really. It's hard to find that.
Cause I noticed that. I just thought about that today. Like every female I dated, their parents were never married.
It's hard. It's really hard to find that.
And my folks still together, so
yeah.
I ain't
That's
you
good.
know how to find that.
Yeah.
Black love.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the most traumatic experience you had as a child?
I mean, the most traumatic experience I had as a child, I don't really have too many. I probably had one where, like, my parents got into a really bad argument. And I witnessed it, and I was probably like 7.
You beat her up?
No. He didn't beat her up, but it got really heated. Like, it got really heated. The police had to be called to the crib, but I mean, that was probably the only traumatic experience I've ever had as a kid. My childhood was actually pretty straight, honestly. They dealt with their own stuff. They really ain't ever like exposed me to it, except for that one time. And then another time, my dad had called me downstairs, and he was like, "Your mama want to get a divorce from me." It's like, no, please.
What I learned is sometimes these fathers in them situations, they be thinking that the child can save. Like, that's crazy. But nah, it's that shit works.
I believe that's what, and looking back on that, I feel like that's what the goal of that whole interaction was when he had called me down.
Because he feel like you gonna go talk to him like, look, man, don't leave my dad. Man.
Well, no, I didn't even, like, I just started crying. And then the craziest part is that was when I was doing like a summer camp. And so I had to go to summer camp right after that. And I could not stop crying. They had to call my mama and talk to her on the phone, and it was a whole big thing. So that was that one is probably more traumatic than the first one when they got into a really bad argument. Just because I was like, what? How did y'all go home? And then I don't need to know that as a kid. Not that.
So you went to summer camp.
Yeah,
I was summer camp.
I went to a Christian summer camp too.
Me too.
Sure did.
Okay, matter of fact, you know, a lot of those kind of camps be having people be getting raped and molested. So
it wasn't like that for mine. Mine was actually cool, but that was like, because I'm not Christian anymore, honestly. So that kind of, so many reasons. It's so many reasons. I'll give you two. So the first reason is because of, I feel like I'm religious. I believe in a higher power, but I don't, or I would say I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. I feel like religion was created to keep people separated and to really control people in a way, you know, because I feel like religions are all talking about the same person, but just different interpretations. And so I feel like just because you have a different God, you know, you don't have to hate somebody who has a different God. You know, because I feel like we're all one. We're all people. We were not, you know, like people who lived in the United States not gonna see God or feel God the same way that people do in, you know, India or in China, because we're in living two different lives. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first reason. The second reason it kind of falls under the first reason, but just as far as black people being so Christian, that was like instilled in us as slaves.
Exactly.
And it was used to control us as slaves. And a lot of the things that we were taught were really manipulated.
That is facts.
So by like slave owners and stuff. So I just can't get with Christianity, but the Bible is a good book. And so are all the other religious books. They all have good gems that you can take from them. So, and I don't knock anybody who is Christian or who is any other religion, but I personally just can't get with it because it's not really for the soul. It's like industrialized at this point in my opinion.
That's a fact.
That's how I feel.
Okay, you know how like Muslim women are like kind of trained so they train to learn how to treat their man. So do you ever feel like men should be kind of trained to like
Absolutely, to treat their women?
Yeah.
Yes. I think everybody needs to be trained how to treat people in general, because I think a lot of people forget that everybody deserves respect, you know what I'm saying? And people think, you know, if I don't know you, I don't have to respect you because I don't know you, but that's not the case. Respect should be given to everybody, but it can be taken away. You know, I don't feel like people should have to earn respect. I feel like it should just be given straight up, and then if you give me a reason to take it away from me, it's gone. So, you know, that first, and then yes, men should be taught how to treat women, just as women should be taught how to treat men, but that's all, it's easier said than done, because I mean, people have to grow up in households, and the way that you grow up determines how you treat people in general, so it's just not going to be, you know, it's not going to be something simple.
Not necessarily, I mean, it just depends on what type of person you are, because it can treat you not how to treat a person, like if you see something.
That's true too. It does depend on how you are too, because my dad's dad wasn't in his life, so it taught him how to be, or how not to be a dad.
Like,
you know
I'm
what
not
I'm saying?
leaving
Right. Yeah, exactly. So I agree with that too. I think it's a little mixture of both.
Okay, so what's the most disrespectful thing a man can do besides cheating?
Probably, I mean, to abuse somebody, that would be, I feel like that's more disrespectful than cheating. I'd rather you cheat on me than to hit me. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's probably the most disrespectful thing a man could do, is to abuse you. Physically, mentally, emotionally.
But abuse is different from getting in a fight. So
yes,
yeah.
I agree with that. Abuse is one-sided. A fight is...
yeah, abuse means you a monster.
Right.
Fight is like, you probably made a mistake, don't do it again. And if you do, then you a monster.
Exactly.
But yeah,
So you ever hit a guy before?
I don't think so. Not that I've never been in a fight, period.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You say you've never been in a fight?
Never in my life. I've gotten close.
I believe it.
I've gotten close. I remember one time I was in middle school and we were in the locker room getting ready for PE. And this girl, she had came like right here to my face, and she was like, "What you gonna do?" And I was like, I want to beat your ass, but I'm not." And I didn't, and that was it. That's like the closest I've ever been to being in a fight.
She was picking on you?
Yeah, because she did some. Really, it was her fault because she was messing with my best friend's boyfriend at the time. This is middle school with the drama. So you know, she was messing with my best friend's boyfriend. I tried to tell my best friend, and she didn't believe me, and then she flipped the whole story. So she tried to fight me in the locker room, but...
She told her.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, she tried to fight me, but I didn't fight her. I just lost a whole bunch of friends that year, but I ain't fight her.
That means your first fight, you might go
I really think I will. I got a lot of pent up energy I can really take out on somebody, but I don't let people get me to that point, though.
You don't look like you put yourself in confrontational situations.
I don't. I try not to.
Okay, could you date somebody who don't like your music?
No, I take it too serious. I can't. And I can't date somebody who I don't rock with their music either. Like, cause I've been interested, like people, and it be some cute guys too, but like their music be trash, and I just can't do it.
We going viral.
Damn. I have to like your music, like, cause you know that's your craft. That's who you are. That's a part of who you are. I have to like that. You know.
What's the name? What's the artist?
Ooh, I know.
We going viral. And Brytni Janaé is also on the scene, so I know she does some vocals, girl. So it's like, give us a name. I can't even do it.
Okay, so at this point in your career, if you got pregnant, would you keep the baby?
No, probably not. I don't believe in that. I feel like if you're not ready to have a kid and you have the opportunity to, I mean, it's easier said than done to abort a child. I wouldn't want to, but I can't take care of a child right now. And I wouldn't even want my child to be raised in that. I would rather not give my child a hard life.
But I mean, a hard life is better than no life.
Is it?
Yeah.
But they're not really living it, you know? Like,
so you just slaughter your seed, huh?
Slaughter is a bit excessive. I don't think it's slaughtering.
What is it? It's killing, right?
The adjectives that we slinging around right now.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. I mean,
that's a murderer. You know
it's not really, like, I feel like if you get to a certain point, then that's one thing. But for me personally, I've always been, you know, pro-choice. So.
Okay, so my thing is too. So what do you think about people who will kill a baby that's 6 months?
No, I don't agree with that. The only way I would actually abort a child is if like I found out I was pregnant and when it was like very early on, and then I would, you know, take like the 2 pills that they give you for abortions. But if my baby is like 3 months, 2-3 months, I'm gonna just
gotta thug it out.
Yeah, honestly, because at that point, I feel like as time goes on in a pregnancy, you become emotionally attached to. And once I get to that point of being like, at first, I'm not gonna be emotionally attached. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck, you know. But if I find out later on, I mean, oh my God, there's a baby in me, and I can't do that, you know. But I'm pro-choice. I'm pro what a woman wants to do with her body. But for me, it's gonna depend on the timing of it all. Because like right now, I'm only 21. I don't want to have a child right now. Yeah. But if I had to, I wouldn't just. I'm not just gonna abort my child just because like, no, I don't want a kid. Like, no, I'm gonna just be like, if it's super early and I can just, you know, I hate to say that, but just get rid of it, then I will. But if I can't,
kill it.
Yes.
Delete it.
Basically.
Burn it.
What do you burn? I don't want to talk. I don't want to say all that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just I don't want to put myself or my child in that predicament, because having a child changes a lot of things in your life, and I'm not prepared for that right now. But I take the proper precautions so that doesn't happen.
Like what?
I have birth control and I use condoms every time.
You got that BCP?
Yeah.
That shit, hey, BCP get y'all young niggas in trouble out here now. You know what? If you want to know my honest opinion on why domestic violence is so high in young relationships, it's because of BCP.
What is it?
Birth control pussy. That's a different beast. You want to know why? That nigga gonna want to kill you. Cause listen. 9 times out of 10, I'm just gonna be 21 by the situation. It's not running cause she 21. But I just gotta be 21. 9 times out of 10, if you fucking with a girl and she got that BCP and y'all been locked in for a couple months, you might have to use that condom the first 2 intercourse times. But after that, like, first 2 times, you gonna get into that 3rd or 4th time. And once you get in that 3rd or 4th time, oh, you ain't going nowhere. That's how I felt. When I was out here before I got married and I was out here getting that BCP, but hey, man, I don't give a fuck. I had 3-4 side hoes. You still my girl. Put your ass in the choker. What you out here doing with that BCP? That's a monster.
You are stupid.
That's a monster. You gotta be conservative with that. Don't be out here turning these young men into animals and shit, man. They become animals over that shit. You know what I'm saying? Then you know, see, men ain't like females, so we ain't gonna go necessarily tell we ain't gonna necessarily go. Yeah, I was like, what the hell is that? We ain't gonna necessarily go tell our homie like, man, she got that BCP, cause we don't want that nigga to know. But like, what we do as men is we'll start exhibiting certain things like say we hang out with the fellas every day at 7. That nigga he gonna show up today. Yeah. Wonder what he got going on. Shit, he been hanging out with this girl a lot more lately. Then niggas start to peep game and start to see what's going on. So like that shit, man, you taking niggas away from their friends with BCP, all type of stuff, man.
How you gonna blame us for that? Ain't that y'all choice?
Well, you know they trying to give men birth control. I don't agree with that though. I don't know, cause I feel like.
I mean, why not?
I ain't saying that it's something that shouldn't happen. I'm just saying I don't agree with it personally, cause it's like you gonna give a man birth control. Like I feel like that takes away from your manhood in such a way.
So. Like, do you not think that men should have it more than women because men are able to impregnate women? You know, women get pregnant, but men are the ones that are able to impregnate. You know what I'm saying?
There's no difference. I mean,
it is a difference because, I mean, a woman can only get pregnant once in 9 months. A man could have sex every day for 9 months.
It's meant to be like that.
But I'm saying that's irresponsible. Men are irresponsible. Men don't care about what they do to women sometimes. So I think men should.
So you don't think women are irresponsible if they let men get them?
I mean, we already got birth control.
Every woman don't have birth control like that.
Well, I'm saying the ones that do are trying to take the extra precaution. Men should have that choice too.
I don't know about
man, we do not want to wear no fucking condoms, man. I'm just say that shit right now. We don't be wanting to wear no fucking condoms. But we got to, cause shit out here crazy. Mm-hmm. So like, responsibly, yeah, you might well say, hey man, you might well save it till marriage. Cause once you let a nigga, it don't matter if you on birth control or if you're not on birth control. Once you let a nigga hit one time with a condom, he's always going to wonder how we feel without that condom.
I can see that.
That's I'm speaking for all men right now. You know what I mean? Like I don't think women understand that. Like of course the nigga the first time you be like when you tell the nigga like make sure you got a condom, of course he gonna be like, ah yeah. Cause that solidifies the first time. But then the second time, that nigga definitely gonna be like, man, let me see if I can slide out this coming in one time. That's all men. Now, of course you ain't gonna do it for like a dirty, like if you just a one time, one night stand in and you said, fuck it, let's try it again, and you don't really know it. It's gonna always be with somebody you locked in with that the man feel like that about. Mm-hmm. But like, it's like, do you correlate not wanting to have sex to, cause when God, man, they didn't have condoms back then. And then that lambskin shit, they didn't come up with that shit until, you know what I'm saying, after, what the fuck it was, the Great Plague. Mm. So they had been fucking raw for a couple centuries and shit. You know what I mean?
That's true.
You know, and I don't know what diseases was out then, but.
Who knows? Shoot. Who knows?
Okay, so, okay. Matter of fact, I ain't know where I want to start at. What's the biggest accomplishment in your life so far?
In my life?
Yeah.
I would say this project that I'm working on is not accomplished yet, but the fact that I'm like one thing about me is I used to always be like a low key quitter, and this project that I'm doing now that I'm dropping in October is like giving me that, you know, I'm finishing something, that completion thing. And I feel like that's an accomplishment because like I'm already going through with it and I haven't stopped yet. You know, really with the whole music thing in general because I've been on and off with music for so long and this is my first time just sticking to it and continuing on, and I think that's an accomplishment in itself, and I think that's most definitely the biggest one for me.
Okay, what's the biggest lesson you learned from a loss?
Probably.
The biggest L from an L. That's hard. That's a bar.
Oh, that's a bar. Probably just it's taught me like okay, whenever I lose something or whenever something don't go my way, I circumstances and how my life is going. But then, losses have taught me that I can't be in control of everything all the time, and I have to learn how to be able to adapt and be comfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being sad and moping and being like, oh, why didn't it go my way? Just be like, okay, it didn't go my way. What can I do to, correct it in a way that I don't have to worry about it not going my way, but I also can still get what I want at the end. It forced me to be like more creative instead of just settling for what I didn't get.
So you ain't one of the ones that just run and cry. You one of the ones that...
I used to be, but now I'm more of a resilient person. And now I can just be like, all right, it didn't go my way, cool. Let me move on and do something better.
Okay, so do you feel like you need to control the man? You just need to be in control?
That was one of my things too. That used to be it, but now I'm just like, I don't want to control. Like, if I feel like I have to control him, that's not the one I want anyway. I want somebody who can be his own person, but we still click. You know what I'm saying? That's the part. Like, if I feel like I have to change him or control him, that just shows that he wasn't for me anyway.
Okay, so besides being in love, what's another happy place that you have?
Definitely in the studio. That's probably my top happy place, honestly. Being in love is cool and all, but you still have to.
So it's alright.
I mean, being in love is great, but when you're in the studio, you ain't got to worry about another person. You just worry about yourself. You worry about how you sound. You worry about what you want to say. You don't have to worry about nothing but you, and that's like, that brings me peace, because I'm just like, okay, I know what I'm. Yeah, and I mean, it's cool to be selfish in the right ways. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I just like, when I don't like something in a song, I can delete it. But if something happens in a relationship, it has to be a whole thing, a conversation, a process, But in the studio, it's just me, and I want what I want, I like what I like, and I do it.
That's a song concept.
That
was deep. If I don't like something in the song, I can just delete it. But in a relationship,
that's real though.
I fuck with that.
That's real.
I fuck with that.
So what's a memory that you wish you could forget?
A memory I wish I could forget. Dang. Probably I don't know. It's probably some college memory. Like,
nothing sticks out?
Not really. There's really nothing I wish I could forget, because I'm just cool with everything now. Like, I'm sure if you would have asked me that maybe like a year ago, I'm sure if you asked me a year ago, I probably would have told you. Like, when my ex-boyfriend, he cheated on me. But that was just so crazy how it all went down. That's probably something I would have wanted to forget. But now, looking back, I don't really care. It don't matter to me whether I remember it or not.
So, would you forgive a man for cheating?
I haven't yet. So, I can't say I would or wouldn't, but I can tell you I have not yet.
So, but usually, with the guy that you dating, you're not losing a whole lot with the guy. It's just like,
I don't ever feel
memories.
Yeah, that's because like I don't get attached too much. Like they think I'm attached because I'm just trying to show you that I care about you. But once it's over, it's over.
So it seems like you gonna be the type who be crazy over their baby daddy, like.
No.
I ain't saying like ratchet, but
no, but I'm saying
it's gonna be more of an attachment to what like you really want to make it work.
I mean, yeah, I would want to make it work, but if it don't work, I'm not gonna force it. Like I don't believe in forcing it. I've tried to force things before, and it doesn't work.
What's forcing it to you?
Like when you like ignore red flags and you just continue on.
What's a red flag?
A red flag is like for instance, if he doesn't text you back, in like days and y'all supposed to be exclusive, that's a red flag, in my opinion. Like I get being busy, but I also like to check in every day with my boo. That's my boo. It's not like you just some rando on the street. You're my man. So I said I expect to talk to you, but I'm not gonna expect for us to have a conversation all day because we're lives, we're grown, we got lives, we're grown, we busy. So, we can't talk all day. But when somebody just recently told me this too, they were like, because we grown, we check in, we live our lives, and we come home to talk about what happened during the day. And I feel like that makes sense, rather than talking all day, you know what I'm saying? So, but that was a red flag for me, because I'm like, if If you only want to talk to me and it's been like 2-3 days and we're supposed to be a thing, we're not a thing.
Some guys don't really like to talk like that. They'll just rather see you than.
Well, I mean, and if he can find a woman that's comfortable with that, then he should be
Oh,
with her. You know, but I'm not personally.
she dropping some gems. So that with all y'all females thing. I already know.
Yeah, I think women forget that you have to find somebody who does things that you like. You shouldn't have to fix somebody. You should just find somebody who, those important things, just find somebody who already has them. Everything else can be worked around. But that core, that center needs to be there. That foundation needs to be there.
They just need to be there before you give it up, but most of the time,
I mean, giving it up, it's up to the person. Cause some people don't believe that sex is like a real big deal. You know, other people do. So it's up to you how you want to go about that.
Okay, so if I'm gonna leave it alone.
I was interested in that question, but he left it. I was interested.
No, that's one thing. Like, I don't talk about sex with females. With dudes, though, because I don't want to make a female uncomfortable.
I mean,
I look at it like, it's like a woman could not be attracted to you, and you talking about sex, that'll kind of make her frown up. It's just like if Precious was in here and she started talking about sex, you would be like, we don't want to hear that shit.
Not from Precious.
So I leave
that mental image just even disturbing.
Okay, so if someone breaks your heart, do you feel like you need to get back some kind of way?
No, I've never gotten even. I don't do that.
You do look slick evil though. Like in the inside, like you can get real menacing.
I could be though. That's the thing. People don't know that about me, but I could be. I just choose not to because that's not what I want to do. You know, I don't want to be like that, but I could be like that. I just choose against it because it's just not. It don't sit right with me. I don't like making other people mad. I don't like. That's why I've never gotten in a fight because I just like to chill and I like to. You know, if you mad, you just be mad. Yeah, that's what I try to do.
I can't do that. I can't live my life like that.
I mean, it's not even like why you say what you mean by you can't live your life
usually
like
a person who get along with everybody, it's kind of like you just do what people tell you to do. Like when I used to ride with team drivers, like this guy, he used to tell me like I get along with everybody. I said yeah, because you do what the fuck everybody tell you to do. If they want you to drive a certain way or do certain stuff, you gon' get uncomfortable and do it. And I'll be like, no, I'm not doing that shit.
See, I don't do that. When I say I get along with everybody, I really match people's energy, but I still keep what I believe in. But like, you know, if you uptight, I'm not gonna be like, you know, I'm gonna suit the person, but I'm gonna still make sure I'm staying in who I am. You know, that's what I mean when I get along with people. Cause like, if you're a certain way, I'm not gonna act a way that's gonna make you uncomfortable. But like if we're having a conversation about something or we're doing something and I don't feel comfortable doing it or talking about it, I'm gonna let it be known, but I'm gonna let it be known in a way that you can accept, you know, not in a way that's gonna make you feel uncomfortable. That's all it is. It ain't about doing what people want you to do, because I do what I want to do 100% of the time. I just do what I want to do in a way that's more comfortable for people.
Well, man, that's all the fight, though.
That's crazy. How that work though? Like, so like both of y'all like take turns on the load, like when so one nobody get too sleepy or some shit. Or like,
yeah, you got like 14 hours, but you only drive 11. So, but you don't usually have to drive that long. You might have to just drive 8 hours and then they gonna take over. But I ain't doing that shit no more.
That shit sound like you. Cause you gotta ride a lot of hours with a motherfucker you really don't know, and then it's like y'all get in that one argument the whole trip from there.
Yeah.
No, usually they chill out because like some drivers will be like, hey man, you driving like this. I said, I'm gonna drive the fuck I wanna drive. And they'll leave me alone after I say something like that.
Yeah.
So then they'll be like, I don't wanna ride with him no more.
Ah, that's pussy.
But yeah, I stopped that shit. You can't talk to me kind of way. Okay, so you got like a scary moment in your life? Scariest moment?
I almost broke a bone.
Nope, never did. I mean, I've dislocated shoulders, but that's never really affected me like that. Because they just pop right back in, so I'm not really
That
sure.
sound like it hurt.
It didn't hurt at first, but like the next day it definitely did. The scariest moment I probably had in my life was when I got into a car accident by myself. Like I didn't hit nobody, but I was driving on the street. So the street by my house, Boulder Crest Road, the street is like a little bit higher up than the ground, and so I feel like what happened was my tire kind of slid off a little bit because it went right back on, but I hit a mailbox and then I like ran into a ditch. So I was scared, and I didn't. Thankfully, I controlled my car enough to where I didn't hit the other car that was coming my direction, but I just ran like right into a ditch basically. That was pretty scary. I was on the way to volleyball practice.
That's what's up. Okay, so I guess we could do one more. So what's matter of fact, have you ever had a Me Too situation?
I mean, no, because it's never gotten to that point. But I always remove myself before it gets to that point. But like, there was one situation where I was in college, and I went to go chill at this dude's house. Everything was cool, watching Netflix. I don't know what we were watching, but and I had told him before I even pulled up, when we first started talking to each other, I said, I'm not interested in doing anything outside of just chilling with you and getting to know you. But he
probably hear that all the time, and he go further.
Maybe so, but yeah, and it did go further because we were just chilling in the bed watching TV, and I thought everything was cool. Like, everything was cool. I promised there were no like suggestive anything. I had on all my clothes. Everything was straight.
But you at his house.
Yeah, that don't mean that's not suggestive.
It is.
Why is that suggestive?
Because women don't come over your house and if they don't want
But
to.
I mean, if you're talking to somebody and like you're dating them, you don't go to their house.
You met outside if you're not trying to do that.
But we've done that too.
I'm just saying.
So at what point can I go to his house when I'm trying to fuck him? That don't make sense.
It do make sense if
No,
you don't want to be suggestive.
And
I'm telling you,
that doesn't make
like
sense.
if you go to a man's bedroom, you don't think that's suggestive.
No.
I ain't gonna lie, I had this rule when I had the bachelor pad. You cannot sit on my bed with pants on. And that was to just let you know, like, okay, you can come over. Cause the way my bachelor pad was laid out, goddamn, it was clear as fuck. So like, you can come over and chill. I got bottles in this motherfucker, I got weed, I got TVs on the wall, game system, DVDs, all the new DVDs, we don't chill. But as soon as you come to my bedroom and sit on my bed, no pants.
See, I'm trying to tell you how a man think, but you see how you saying it's stupid.
It is to me.
But I'm saying that's how a man think.
Nah, that's serious though. I ain't gonna lie.
Like if you go at a man's house at 2:00 in the morning, like that's suggestive. But
I mean, I can see that, but I can't see if I'm coming to your house and we have already discussed what I won't do.
Did you just flat out say we ain't gonna fuck?
I'm saying women say that all the time and they still do it.
I literally told him I don't want to have sex with you right now. I don't want to do that with you. And I told him initially, and I told him before I came over.
Women say that all the time and they do go further.
But I don't think that shouldn't dictate what you do in
He's
response to
gonna
what
try.
she's. But that's the thing. You shouldn't do that.
What you mean?
That's where the disrespect comes in because. If she says she's not gonna fuck and then she initiates the fucking, then that's one thing. But I wasn't initiating anything. The only thing that can be used in that is that I was laying in his bed with him watching TV.
So what did he do? What did he end up doing?
So I told him. So we were watching TV.
Mm-hmm.
And he started touching me. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, but no, he just started touching on me, and I told him like, nah, I'm good. And then he got on top of me, and I was like, please get off me, and I tried to get him off me, but like he wasn't budging, so I just had to go.
Rapist.
That was, and that's why I was like, I ain't want to say like it didn't get there, but like it almost got there if I didn't leave at that moment where I was just like, let me flip you off me and go. That was it. So, and I ain't really only told like 2 people that. So, but yeah, that's real.
Yeah, where I'm from, we do a 2 know when to go. You hear no twice?
I said no probably like 3-4 times.
Yeah, you hear no twice, and that's like
yeah, man, like it was still going. That makes sense.
He signaled to wrap it up. So go ahead and give out your social medias and your next project.
Okay, is this it right here?
Yeah.
Okay, hey y'all, it's Brytni Janaé here.
She turned out her pretty voice.
My social media is Brytni.Janaé on Instagram and Twitter. I don't really use Twitter, but it's Brytni.Janaé, BRYTNI.JANAE. That's me. I got 3 songs out right now. I'm about to release another one soon, so y'all keep an eye out for that. And thank y'all for having me on the show.
Yeah, she's a dope live singer as well. She also be on the scene a lot as well. You know what I'm saying? The women that came and showed up for All-Star Weekend. Hey, I don't know what y'all niggas doing. The women came in full effect. So yeah, man, keep going, man. I like your grind. Do more live band shit. I like seeing you with
That's
a
what
live
I'm gonna try to do. I'm trying to get a
band.
band together. So if anybody that's watching this, if y'all want to be a part of my band, please hit me
We
up.
might clear this bitch up. Brytni Janaé hiring for a band.
Okay.
Referral fee. Yeah, referral.
No, dead ass. Yeah, I really want a band for real. So,
Okay,
yeah.
so we gonna leave out on her song. What is Do Me Like That?
Yeah, that's my favorite song right now.
And we'll see y'all next time. We out.
Hey.